Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Marie. Oh, damn it. She's not here. And Laura. She's here.
Yo.
Go ahead, Laura. You can say something. Go say hello.
Yo.
Oh, yo. Wow. MTV Raps. And I'm Lafayette. Thanks for tuning in. They're Talking the podcast. New episode. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful December so far. Hopefully the holiday magic is in the air, as they say.
I've been making cookies. In fact, yesterday, my oven was on, I think, from 9 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Oh, wow.
My oven was on.
Are you a Keebler elf? Like,
it
what are you
wasn't
doing?
continually baking because I was working as well. So, there were lots of breaks, for meetings and
What kind of cookies? It's the
responding.
same ones you were making over and over, or a different variety?
I made 2 batches of the same cookie in a different recipe and then another completely different
What kind
cookie.
of cookie? Sugar
all right.
cookie?
The first one is
what are
a
we dealing with
shortbread cookie.
Ooh, very good.
It's cranberry and pistachio shortbread.
Okay.
Delightful.
Yep. That's a good one.
And
Yep.
it's red and green, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then I made 2 different versions of Spritz cookies. Do you guys know what Spritz cookies are?
No, never heard of Spritz cookies. What is that?
It's like they're like little Christmas trees, or like they're shaped like little Christmas
got it.
trees.
Okay.
The other ones I made were like these star swirly
But what's the
things.
taste we're talking with Spritz?
Almond and vanilla.
Oh,
And it's,
I'm in.
again, like a
Sold.
shortbread. It's very crumbly, but delightfully melt in your mouth. Deliciousness. My grandma used to make them all the time. And so I decided that this year I was going to do Spritz cookies. The first, apparently hot take about recipes. Like some of them used egg, some of them just used egg yolk, some of them used granulated sugar, some of them used powdered sugar. And so I did 2 different recipes because of that. And I know which recipe I will be using going forward because one of them was really fucking persnickety and would not get out of the Spritz gun. And it
Or
was
who to
driving
what?
me nuts.
What was that word you just said?
Spritz gun.
No.
Like-
Persnickety?
Yeah,
What?
persnickety.
Never heard of it. Never heard that word ever in my life.
Particular.
Persnickety. Oh, okay. Now, the persnickety is an actual word, or you just kind of, you
an actual
Midwesterners? Okay, just wanna make sure.
It's an actual word. You can look it up.
I did. It popped up. Yeah, persnickety. Persnickety definition, placing too much emphasis on trivial or minor details.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So,
Yeah, persnickety.
well, then there you go. My
Persnickety.
cookies were persnickety because they were like,
Snickety.
is the cookie sheet too hot? I'm not going to release from the gun. Is the cookie sheet too cold? No.
Oh, yeah, that's some
not going to
persnickety shit
release.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Mhm.
And it was really annoying. And that was the powdered sugar and egg yolk version. And then the second version was granulated sugar and a whole egg. That came out very easily. Very nice. I do slightly prefer the taste of the other one, but what do you do?
What do you
I'm
do?
going to cover them all in icing anyway.
That is
so.
true. That's the flavor right there anyway.
Yeah. The
All
vanilla.
that.
And
Vanilla,
sugar
basically.
and,
Yeah.
and almond.
I mean, persnickety is going to be used from now on when somebody's like taking too long to figure out a minor thing. Like, order off the menu already. Don't be so persnickety. They're like, what did you
Yep.
say to me?
Yep.
I'm like, that's pretty much racist in most countries, but not in America. It just means
Great
hurry
word.
the fuck up. Like, persnickety. That's great. Have you ever baked something and you just forgot one ingredient and it just fucked it all up? Like,
Yes.
oh, I didn't put the eggs.
Yes.
God damn it. And it's
Yes.
just the worst. What do you do now? Do you crumble it back up, put an egg, mix it, and then bake it again?
If they no,
No, you can't do that. That's a trick question.
Oh, when you said crumble, I was thinking like after I had like put them on the cookie sheet but hadn't baked them yet. I
No,
didn't
I'm
think you
talking
could
like
do
finishing
then.
it and then taking
No,
it out
you
of the
just
oven.
throw
Just
them
like-
all away. Well,
Chop them all up and just
it depends on what the thing is, right? If
a
it's
cake.
an
Let's just say
egg,
cake.
you can,
Let's just say
and you
cake.
forgot
You just forgot the
Egg?
egg. Yep.
Oh, well, that's fucked. Don't you
Yeah,
would
it's fine.
notice right away.
Yeah.
How would you
Um,
forget that though? Of all the ingredients.
It's easy to do. It's easy to
Yeah,
forget shit.
yeah, believe me, it's sometimes eggs get pretty persnickety. You just forget about them. Just very
did,
minute detail.
I
Yeah.
burned my first tray of the shortbreads, and I was like, maybe I could just eat them. And no, even I was like, nope, they go right in the
You
trash.
should have saved them for kid punishment.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, you're not being good today, but you can have some cookies.
Shitty cookies.
Shitty cookies. All right, well, that's good. So the
So yeah,
holidays
holiday spirit.
off to a good start. There you go. Bacon all day. There you go. Not bacon, Carlos. Not baking. Okay.
Bacon all day.
Bacon all day. There you go. Bacon all day. Fantastic. Well, all right. All right. Let's jump into what's in theaters this weekend. There's only one movie coming out this weekend. Craven the Hunter. It is another Spider-Man spin-off, just like Madam Web, Morbius, and Venom. And now we have another one starring Aaron Taylor Johnson as Craven the Hunter.
But all the other ones were so good.
This one
So good.
is
So
also
good.
receiving the same treatment in a sense of reviews. Not very good. Not very good. So they need to stop. I heard this is the last one they're making for like the Spider-Man villains.
Even the trailer, or I'm sorry, the poster looks fucking stupid.
Well, so far has 50 reviews on Rotten Tomato. You guys guess the score. Okay. So
2 out of-
Laura, go first.
2 out of
15.
10.
No, percent. Remember, it's by percent.
15.
20%.
20 and 15. Carlos, 16%. Look at
Oh,
you.
wow.
16%. You know how bad this movie must be? 16. Like I like to encourage people to go to the movies. Not this movie. Not this movie. It's just they need to stop. They stop with Spider-Man crap. Okay?
All of the images on Google Image, like when you search this, looks absolutely fucking retarded.
Oh, the movie looks horrible. Looks just
Every still looks terrible.
why do they keep doing this? Why? So yeah, so that's the big one this weekend. I mean, that is what they consider the big movie for the weekend. Also coming out this weekend that I guess you can say is big is nothing else. That's it. That is really the big one. So stick to Moana Part 2 or Wicked. Let's just go back to those ones, I guess, because
I should probably take my daughter to go see Moana too.
Oh, speaking of Wicked,
yes.
I know it wasn't written by the person that wrote Wizard of Oz.
No, it was not. No.
But how is it, if you were to put it in continuity,
Mhm.
it doesn't work.
No, that's just it. He rewrote Wizard of Oz also in his book. He writes everything. He writes the whole history over. Wizard of Oz doesn't really exist in his book. He just takes that and builds the backstory and then rewrites Wizard of Oz altogether. And it's a completely
So Frank
effed
L.
up
Baum or L.
crazy
Frank Baum
shit. Yeah.
wrote Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And so this guy, he wrote a whole series, like a witch series. It was like a book
He
set.
did. Yeah, he
right?
wrote a whole. There's even a story. The last story of his books actually, the original writer of Wizard of Oz. I mean, he wrote a whole series
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same as the Wicked guy. Yeah.
No, the Wicked books are
Well,
adult
the Wicked
books.
They're adult books.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, not like adult sex, though there is some sex.
No, but
like,
they're kind of
they're
creepy.
Animal
adult
sex.
themes.
There's animal sex. And
I
there's-
know.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Yeah. And yeah.
And then, but Frank L. Frank or Frank L. What did we decide?
L. Frank.
L. Frank Baum. That was a children's book series, an illustrated children's book series. So not the same.
No,
Well, the reason
no.
I
Well,
say
actually,
But
the reason I say it doesn't work because
Yeah.
Dorothy
Yeah.
was having a dream. None of it was real. So how can you have a prequel to a dream if that person's not even in the dream? Or
again though, those
And
aren't-
not only
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
it sounds like a philosophical question. I like
Yeah, that sounds like you're just making it up.
Not only that,
Uh-huh.
I think the true villain of The Wizard of Oz,
We all know
Was-
who it is.
Glinda.
It is Glinda. Yes.
He's a true villain.
Yeah, she's using Dorothy.
She uses right. She uses
gain
Dorothy
control.
to kill Elphaba
and also to
to take over Emerald City.
to drive the wizard away as well, and then she becomes like the queen essentially. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She because that's what happens in the movie.
because
She
Wicked Witch
becomes
was
the
there just to
leader
claim
of
her sister's shoes, right? Because her sister was
exactly.
murdered accidentally by Dorothy. Her house landed on the witch. Clearly, Dorothy didn't aim the house at her. It was in a tornado. But then Glinda keeps her there and uses her to kill the Wicked Witch, the so-called supposed
Well, it
Wicked
is
Witch.
that yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, because she tells her at the end of the movie, you could have gone home anytime you wanted, and he was like, "Bitch, what?
I know, right?
But I
I
needed
fell
you
asleep in the
because
poppy field. All the friends were
yeah,
attacked by monkeys. I could
exactly.
have
Like,
left.
And then and when he wrote his stories, the last one actually is about a little boy that goes back to Oz and so forth. But you guys ever watched The Return to
A
Oz
little
by
boy
Disney?
turns into a girl
What?
at the end of the book. A
Oh,
little boy turns into a girl.
Uh-oh.
very progressive.
Very
Canceled.
progressive.
We're gonna burn it.
Canceled. No, did you guys ever see The Return to Oz by Disney? When
I
Disney
think
made a sequel to Wizard of Oz?
so. That sounds
That's what the
familiar.
weird gold tin man is kind of
Well,
rounded
that's
guy with
just
a
it.
mustache.
That is actually uh the book. Like they took the actual
Like
Wizard of
the
Oz.
actual concept of
They,
the
they took the actual sequel and made the movie. And that's why it's so dark and like just weird as hell. Like yeah, it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, just in general. But it is a piece of shit. Total tank by Disney. But they tried. They tried. They thought that Disney also said they didn't want a musical. They wanted like a very dark, like two letter to the book type of movie. Well, they got it, and it is yeah, it's dark and it's a trip. And
That is
it's
fucking creepy looking through the photos.
yeah, it's a horrible movie. It's a horrible movie. Yeah.
That one might be a good one to rework, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, so we'll see because Wicked, like I said, they already did part two. I'm assuming part two is going to be just as successful, and they're going to probably make their version of Wizard of Oz right after. So, there you go.
one of the book titles is so The Wonderful Wizard of Oz was written in 1900. The Marvelous Land of Oz, 1904. Queer Visitors from the Marvelous Land of Oz in
I like that one. It's a
1905.
good
Burn
one.
it. Burn it.
And Dorothy and the Wizard in Oz in 1908. The Road to Oz, 1909. Oh, Ozma of Oz. So Ozma is a little girl that actually turns into a boy. That's Ozma. And the Emerald City of Oz, 1910. He did quite a bit.
And
A
I
lot of
know
deaths.
they get dark and weird because it was written in 1900. So
They're
Yeah, and
weird.
then Glinda of Oz was written in, well, it was posthumously published. So they published it after he died. Glinda of Oz is the last book.
So you can actually
Yeah,
get
the
the whole
bunch.
collection
Jesus.
in graphic novel form drawn by Scotty Young, and it sticks to the actual books. So
17 books.
you can actually get that. And Scotty Young is a very popular comic book artist, and he drew basically all of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah,
He
I
drew
have
wonder
volume
how
one.
much. I wonder how much a set of Baum's original 13 books. How much would that go for? Probably a fuck ton of money.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, look how old they are, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Craven the Hunter
120
comes out
years
this
old.
week.
Oh,
And,
what?
So no, but yeah, Wizard of Wicked. But I was gonna say Moana 2, the highest grossing animated movie of all time. Believe it or not.
It's just
Yeah.
because the
Already? I
prices
thought it
are
was
so
Inside
fucking
Out.
high.
It made 350 million week one worldwide. No movie's ever done that for animated films. And it's on pace to be the number one because of what it did on weekend, the opening box office. So, which I was kind of surprised, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because you're
bad
right, Inside
reviews.
Out 2 is the number one movie of all time at the moment.
Right.
So it's good. Inside Out 2, and like as much as the first one. That's good. So there you go. So this weekend, basically Craven. Basically, what that means is stay home and watch Netflix if you have it. Well, watch something at home. I don't know. Do something else. Go ice skating, like hunt squirrels. I don't know what to tell you.
Go
But-
Christmas shopping, I guess.
There you go. Go Christmas shopping. You might have stuff to get still. So there you go. There you go. Yeah. Let me give you guys So far, the box office. What do you guys think the number one movie was last week?
Moana.
Wicked.
Moana. You are
Oh,
correct. Moana made $51 million last week, followed by Wicked at $37 million, Gladiator 2, $13 million, and then something I never heard of, Pushpa, made 10 million. Red One, the big holiday hit by The Rock, $7 million. So there
I
you
would
go.
see that. Somebody handed me tickets right now and said, go to the movie theater. That's what I would see. The Chris
Okay.
Evans, Chris Rock.
And what do you think the number one movie so far this year has been? Domestically, not worldwide box office.
This
Did we
year?
just say it?
I
Inside
know
Out
that's a
2?
trick question. Inside Out 2. Number two was number two so far this year, with a total of $640 million domestically and 1.3 billion worldwide.
That's Inside Out 2 was number 2?
No, that's number one. Number one at
Oh.
they made
Oh,
number one 1.7 billion worldwide for Inside Out 2.
good
What made
Lord.
1.3 billion
Deadpool
worldwide?
Wolverine.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, good one.
Correct. Okay, you guys won't guess number three. Worldwide with $970 million.
Deadpool
Also,
Wolverine trailer.
animated movie.
Oh,
That's your hint.
okay.
It's
And
gonna be
Wild
tough.
Robot.
Oh,
no.
I was that was.
No, not
I
even
never
close.
finished it. Damn
Good
it.
movie, though,
God, that's
but
my life. I
no.
loved it when it was on,
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
and then I
No,
was running
no.
around doing shit.
Yeah, you and your
Animated
kids.
film.
Think about what kind of movies make money. Sequels. So what sequel came out that you like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Wrong, animated. You don't
Okay.
listen
Oh,
because you're a
sorry,
fraud.
sorry.
Moana 2.
sorry.
Not what? No.
It's animated.
You know what?
It's a
We
sequel.
don't know.
No, it's in the top 5, but no.
Just tell us.
It's Despicable Me 4.
Oh,
I know. I know.
totally forgot about it.
Yeah. Number 4 on the list, you won't get either. Dune Part 2, $15 million worldwide.
Hmm.
And Moana rounds out the top 5 with so far only 2 weeks, I think, of release, or maybe 3, already $600 million. Pretty good. I don't know how Godzilla versus King Kong made 570 million. Kung Fu Panda 4, 550 million. Venom, 475 million, number 9 worldwide. And rounding out the top 10, and Laura just mentioned it, Beetlejuice, $450 million.
The thing
So-
with the animated films, like when reviewers give it bad reviews, like Moana 2's got a bad review.
Mhm.
Despicable Me, is it 4 or 5? Bad
4.
review. I took my kid to see Despicable Me, and he went to go see Moana 2 with his mom. And if I was sitting there and if I was rating it, 5. 5 for both. 5 all around. Because he loved it and he wanted to go back and see it again. I'm not the audience. Kids
Yeah.
are the audience.
Yeah.
So when you have reviewers who review it and give it bad scores, I'm like, yeah, it's not for you, man.
Well, it's tough, right? Because we understand the story more than the kids do, so we're gonna critique the story. The kids are just like
Totally.
Minions, I like Minions, and that's what I like. Because there's a lot
But
of
it keeps them
bombs.
still for 2 hours. Keeps
Oh,
them
but like
still.
the Wild Robot.
That's a
It's a
5.
bomb. It wasn't a success, but it's
It's a
such a
6
good
out of
movie.
5.
That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's such a good movie, but it's just didn't get the same marketing as the other ones. It doesn't, didn't, but fantastic movie. But yeah, animated movies, sequels, they're like guaranteed to be successful if the sequel to already a big hit. It's just like guaranteed. Like it's gonna make money. Unless your Cars Part 3 or whatever they released. I don't know what they did for.
What is it?
They did a lot of Cars movies. I don't.
Oh, the Cars. Didn't they do
Lot
an
of Cars.
Airplanes movie? That
I thought they
totally
already
bombed.
did that one.
No, I said they did. Yeah, and it totally
Okay.
bombed.
Yeah, it did bomb. Yeah, it did bomb. All right. Well, there you go. What did we watch this week? Oh, we're gonna start with Laura. What did you watch this week, Laura?
I actually watched Conclave.
Oh, you did. You finished Conclave.
I did. So
Okay,
to
okay.
fill the listeners in, I started it, and I was like, they're speaking in fucking Italian, and I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. It's just the prayers, when it's not that big of a deal. then people started having whole conversations in Spanish and Italian and I don't know what. And I texted Lafayette, who knew a guy who knew a guy who had a movie for, online viewing. And I told him that there is no fucking way I can watch this movie because there are no subtitles and I need subtitles to understand it. Lafayette said there was.
There was no subtitles in the actual theater. Yep.
And I was like, that's bullshit because what, did you go to a theater for the illiterate? And then first I insulted you. Then I looked it up and the director decided just not to put any subtitles in the entire movie. And so after that, I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to watch it because this is the way it was intended. I'm not going to bitch about it. And I watched it. That's
okay.
That story.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right. And what did you think of the movie?
I wanted to like it. I really did. I know you guys saw it a while ago.
No, Carlos just saw it. I saw it in theaters a while ago. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm gonna let you guys start, and I'll kick in on anything that you guys lost. But I'll give you a rating. 2.5 out of 5.
Okay. Carlos, what would you take on the Conclave starring Stanley Tucci and is it Ralph Fiennes?
Yep.
Ralph.
And John
people
Lithgow.
say Ralph, but
Ralph.
And John Lithgow. Yeah, that's right.
John Lithgow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Laura. I wanted to like it. It started pretty good. It's a good drama. I mean, but then it's just kind of predictable. It just kind of see which direction it was going. You definitely know that Lithgow is kind of one of the bad dudes, I guess, and he's not going to become Pope. And then,
he's a scoundrel.
Yeah, and the way he pulls that the nun in, and the other cardinal, he outs them. They have a 30-year-old child, I guess. 30 years old by now, anyway. And then what's funny is that he goes, "Oh, it's a moment of weakness one time." I'm like, one time? Your pull-out game sucks, guy. So,
well, he's a priest, so he's not well educated.
I guess. And then I don't know. The end was kind of like, I think Marie would have liked the end, but I was like, meh. It don't matter. But I knew he was going to become Pope once he showed up. I'm like, who's this oddball? Who's this guy? Doesn't belong here. Who's this guy?
He's going to be a player. He's going to be a player.
No, he steps in. Oh, he's disrupting this whole thing.
Yeah. He put a kink in the chain here, a kink in the armor, and all of a sudden he's the good guy. But I couldn't remember. Is it the white smoke means they haven't picked one yet, or black smoke?
White means they have.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Black smoke. Okay. And then there was like the bombings outside the city that kind of like threw me for a loop. I'm like, well, all of a sudden we're getting attacked. There's terrorist attacks, and that sets off the other Italian dude who's like, oh, we need to condemn them. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? I was like, what are you gonna do as a Pope? Oh, condemn
Didn't
the Muslims.
Didn't he give that whole speech in Italian too, or am I?
No.
No. He gives it in English. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where he goes off about that's why you need only an Italian Pope, and this is stupid, and only we need to go back to the old ways, and the old ways are the best ways, and yada yada yada. All it's like us getting together. We're gonna make stuff up, and
what
people are gonna care?
Not here.
Oh man. Okay, so
the speech at the very end, though, that was in Spanish, right?
You mean the guy they picked?
Yeah,
he does like a half English, half Spanish. He does it in English and then he goes on in Spanish. Yeah, where he stands up and does and then
he does it in both.
He does it in both.
Ones that don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. And then,
but here's the funny thing: the Pope. The Pope made him a cardinal without telling anybody, gave him the letter. I'm like, just in case, here's a letter, I signed it, blah, blah. And I'm like, but here's what's going to happen. You are who you are. You refused the help we were going to send you. So guess what? Enjoy Kabul, motherfucker. Let's hope you survive. He put a Catholic priest in Afghanistan. I'm like, good for you. I think he was hoping he'd get killed. That's what I think he was hoping because of who he was and what he is, I guess. So yeah, he survived. So God was on his side. He became Pope. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. The process part was good, and the politics and the drama,
Yeah.
but the ending was like, oh, wow, okay, you guys really tried to force that in here, like, and then when the fact, like you said, he just showed up out of the blue, and everything he said was like, oh man, no, that guy, that's the guy we should,
This guy
no
over
matter
here.
what.
Everyone
Yeah,
slow
yeah,
Yeah.
claps.
yeah. Every time he
I'd follow
intervened, I was
you
like,
through the
damn it, he
valley
sounds
of
so
death.
smart.
Tell you
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, and then he was like, "I'm an open book. Everyone should enjoy me." And everybody else was one-sided, right? You're like, "Of course, no one's gonna pick this guy and that guy. Everybody's one-sided." Like, so I don't know. I give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, it was well acted, well directed.
Yes.
I thought it was well written. Just the twist at the end was like, "Oh, that's what the whole procedure was." 'Cause at first, I was like, What? Why is he going to? Was it Geneva or whatever it was they sent him to?" And
Yeah.
Geneva, yeah.
he backed out and. Basically, he was going to have surgery because, well, he's a
Oh, you gonna
hermaphrodite.
spoil it? Oh, you son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
I just
I did so
It's
much
not a
not to spoil
hermaphrodite.
it.
It's an intersex.
same shit.
He is
Um,
intersex.
it's all good. It's we.
But did he know? He's almost like he didn't know until the appendix surgery.
That's what he said. But the appendix surgery was years and years ago, like 20 years ago.
He
or
was
something
aware
like
after that,
But
Well,
he
for
was an
sure,
adult.
but he had a good
And a
point at
priest
the end.
already.
At the end was like, "This is how God made me." That's
Well,
it.
sure. That's why he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, he's like, "I should be accepted regardless. I'm still a man of God. You shouldn't." Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, he has a point. Like, no one's gonna
He has
care."
an absolute point. That's more than a
Yeah.
point. That is the absolute.
Yeah. And then
It's like I kind of like started laughing in my head when I thought about it. Like, what if it turned out that he was a woman who was like transgender and like rips off his wig and he's
pulls a
like
Scooby-Doo.
yeah, exactly. And I was thinking, if that would have happened versus what did happen with him, what he is basically saying is by the outside he is 100% male and nobody would know any different. And
Right.
and then it wasn't until much later where he discovered that he has this uterus and ovaries
yeah,
in addition to all the other equipment. So I was thinking in my head how funny it would be if there's like an actual, woman with a uterus and breasts and all this kind of stuff. And they're like, she's like, I'm the Pope now, versus this guy. And they're like, oh no, he has a uterus. He can't possibly be Pope. And like, it's just ridiculous and so silly.
No, it is. It's silly, but it's how the church is made up. Only men can basically rule. That's all. That's what it is.
Not basically.
Well, not
No,
basically. That's
only
it.
men. Yeah,
Only
that's exactly
men.
what it is.
Only men.
And they shoehorned Isabella Rossellini's character in there, and they don't give a fuck what nuns think.
know. I
They
didn't
don't
care
They
about
don't do
that
anything. They don't
whatsoever.
let them do anything.
I know. It's funny you said. I kind of felt the same way. Like you're forcing this nun character into the story.
Yeah, because they need some female in their demographic. Which I mean, I get it, but it's.
But I
also
did like
just-
that. Ray Fiennes kind of put her in her place. He's like, bitch, you know who I am? I'm basically the Pope right now. Get out of this office.
And do you know who you are? You
Yeah.
got a uterus. Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
Boo! That's right. That's right. All right. Well, there you go. So, Carlos, what's your score? Did you already give it to me?
Oh, I'd give it a 3. It's a decent watch. It's got a good flow. It doesn't get boring.
It doesn't. No,
Oh.
it doesn't. That's a good thing. Has a good pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has a real good pace. Kind of keeps you on like, okay, what's the next like drama between these
Right,
men?
exactly. Who's the next one he's going to kick out? That's why
Yeah.
at the end, when he found out what he did, he was like, all right, well, can't be you.
You know what it was? I think at the end, the Ray Fiennes was like, I don't want this fucking job. You know what? I'm dealing with it.
Shit.
I'm going to retire anyway. I don't give a shit. Like,
If this dude don't get it, they're going to make me Pope. No, I'm good.
yeah, exactly.
As long as it wasn't those 3 guys,
Right?
all good.
Right?
Apparently, I looked up some stuff as I was watching, and I looked up Benedict, who, if you guys
Right,
don't know,
Francis
Yeah.
he was
The
the
last
one.
the retired one.
A German guy.
He retired. He's like the first Pope to
Retired.
retire.
Yeah, exactly. Not the first Pope, but he is, I think, like the 6th or something in about a 2,000-year history to do so. But I was reading his wiki page. He tried to resign before when he was like a cardinal, he tried to resign like
Oh.
3 or 4 times. And they're like, no, I think you should stay. And they fucking ended up the Pope. And so that's what I thought of when I
The
saw
Pope at
Ralph
like
Fiennes.
90.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
What Ralph Fiennes' character is very
Yeah.
called him to mind.
And the current Pope, he's very like open and progressive. People just they hate him. They just like, and it's funny. This
Really, how open and progressive
well,
is
he's more
the
like
fucking Pope?
gays are cool. Don't worry about gays. They're
Gay-
cool.
yeah.
Like leave them alone. What's the deal here?
Yeah, how
Well-
dare he?
Yeah, why are we always picking on the gays? That's his attitude. Like, what's up, man? But the Catholic Church hated this movie. So just
Why?
of course.
Because of the ending?
ending. Because the ending.
Of course.
Because the ending.
Of course they did.
So, but anyway, so
I mean, it's like,
yeah, 3 out of 5 though. I mean, there you go.
I give it a 2 out of 5 because I kind of thought it was boring. Like I wanted to get
Oh, you
really
dropped it a half
involved.
point. I thought you said 2.5.
No, she said she had 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I just said 2 and 2.5 again.
Oh, I thought you just 2 just now.
No.
Sorry,
No,
my
no,
bad.
no.
Go ahead. Continue.
I wanted it to grab me, but it really just didn't. I mean, the acting was great. The scenery was great. I mean, of course it is. It's the Vatican. But I think the things that were against me was I can't remember anyone's names. I'm terrible at this in movies. I don't know anybody's fucking name. And they're all dressed the same. And so I'm like face blindness. I can't fucking tell them apart unless it's Ralph Fiennes or Stanley Tucci.
Well,
I
the
don't.
first dude who got kicked out.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, and I had a hard time following it because of that.
I mean, the only part that I didn't like is when he did detective work and broke into the Pope's room. I was like, this is kind of silly. Like, oh no. And I'm gonna
Well, the silly
find his
thing to
secret
me
stash.
was why
I'm like-
didn't they check out what was in the room before they sealed it up?
I know they just left it as is. I'm like, come on.
And then
I'm
just
sure
close
it's
it up.
probably a
Like, well, yeah.
tradition. It's
Oh,
just-
100%. Leave
yeah.
it as is, exactly.
I think
Well, if that's the case, and I was the Pope, I'd have like a stash of porn under my bed. No one's gonna find it. They're gonna close it up after I die, right? No one's gonna know.
Okay, fair enough.
the other thing I did really like in the beginning, though, his speech about certainty. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was very timely. And
That was a good one though.
I'm glad that was in English.
When they looked kind of pissed off when he said it.
Yep.
Yeah, they were all pissed off because again, they have one view of what the Pope should be, and they were like, "This guy's too radical for us," and it's
Or this guy's too traditional for us, right?
Yeah,
It goes
yeah.
both ways.
Yeah, exactly.
And what he says, certainty is the great enemy of unity and tolerance. And I really like that because I think it's something that if people really thought about,
It's true
more.
though. You're right. It's true. When you're stuck in your ways, that's the worst thing you can do. Yeah, and that's
It's-
what he was basically what all he was saying. Yeah.
people need to put more doubt in their life, and more doubt into their worldview, I should say. It's like, what makes you so fucking certain you're right? And when
No,
you're
it's
so
so true.
certain, it makes it easy to hate, right?
No, it's true. No, it's true. It's I told Carlos I watched this movie called Heretic with Hugh Grant. It's about religion, and basically he's presented 2 missionaries with basically why do you believe in religion, and it's a horror, psychological horror,
Is it good?
and
Did you?
yeah, it's
like
good.
it?
He's messing with these 2 missionaries and trying to prove a point that
Is he like
you
torturing him and stuff?
psychologically.
Mm.
Yeah, psychologically. It's he has a good point, right? So when they show up, missionaries have a rule. They can't be in the same room of a man without the wife or somebody, a spouse or a female being present. So he's like, okay, I'll go check on my wife real quick. She's baking pie. And then he comes back, she's busy. So what do you guys want to talk about? And then he goes back, oh, we need your wife like 10 minutes later. Okay, I'll go check again. You know what? She'll be out shortly. You guys want to go to this other room? And then after a while, he tells them about like his non-belief in God. And she's like, why would you believe in God? He goes, why would you believe I have a wife? What do you mean? It seems like you believe something you didn't see. You believed the whole time. You kept asking for my wife when she's coming. How do you know I even have one? You just believed it because someone told you that? Is that how you've been your whole life? Because you've never seen it, right? You haven't seen my wife, but you believed it. Because what he was doing is he was burning a blueberry cake blueberry pie candle to say she's baking a blueberry pie. And they kept smelling it going, well, that pie smells really good. Is she going to bring it out? Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. And then when he posed the question to them, do you actually believe I have a wife? And then they're like, one of them, like, kind of, it clicked in their head, like, oh, shit, he got us. Almost like, oh, you're right. I just believe what I've been told.
Or it just clicked in his head is like, this guy is lying to me, and there's no reason for him to be lying to me.
One caught on.
Danger sense had been alerted.
One caught on. One of the girls caught on to that, and another girl more or less took it away.
They're girls?
They're two girls. And one caught on to, just took the whole religious aspect of it. Well, the other one's like, this fool's trying to trap us in his house.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a good movie though. It's not like scary or anything. It's a good movie. A little bit messed up, but Anyway, anybody else watch anything else? Go to Cobra
I try to
Kai.
watch what's it called? Submersive?
Oh, Submersive with Megan Fox.
Megan Fox on Netflix.
Oh, is that the robot nanny one?
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about that.
I couldn't. I started it and I was like, I can't watch this garbage.
Is there any robot nudity?
I didn't get that far. I'm guessing since the dude has sex with the robot.
Oh, well, then I will be watching.
There is.
Well, here's what's funny is that, here's the premise of what I caught. Here's what I caught so far, just watching the maybe half hour that I saw. So there's bad acting throughout. Not just Megan. She doesn't play the perfect robot because she's robotic when she acts anyway. But, so this guy shows him at the beginning with the family, and then something happens to his wife.
The robot kills her.
Well, you don't know what happens. He says, Maggie was wrong. Then all of a sudden it cuts to him in this big building, like he's buying the AI robot. So I had assumed she died, and now he needs help with the two girls. He has two little girls. So he's shopping for an AI robot, and then one of the daughters wanders off, sees one of them cooking, and says, can you cook lasagna? And then they start chatting for a little bit, and then he goes and he finds her. Oh my God, where were you? And then the AI robot, Megan Fox, says, oh, she's fine, she's safe, blah, whatever. So then the guy pitching the sales, like, oh, this is our newest model. Oh, she's so, higher upgrade and all the other, she has a different AI chip. She's so smart, blah, blah, blah. And he buys it because the little girl's like, oh, can we bring her home? Can we buy her? So he buys it. And if I was a sales guy, I'm like, do you want to know how to clean it? Do you want to know? I know what's going through your head, brother, because why did we make a robot that looks like this? Because you want to fuck it. That's why. So anyway,
we have a whole episode about that on Impolite Society. Proper care for your sex dolls. You need to bathe them in warm water. Yeah. You need to bathe them. No, in cold water. That was what it was. I'm sorry. You need to bathe them in cold water and not hot water because the men will often do that. They'll make it hot because it seems so much like a person, They don't want the bath to be cold, but it'll ruin it.
So he brings this thing home and he starts telling it what to do and whatever. And then I come to realize this guy's just a lazy asshole and didn't want to take care of his kids because turns out his wife is in the hospital waiting for a heart transplant. So she's in the hospital. She's alive. And then it shows on later that he keeps showing this construction site. So he finally goes back to work, or he sits on the hood of his car at the construction site, and then his buddy comes out. We're pulling for you, man. So I'm thinking, you don't even work. You're not even working right now, and you don't want to take care of your kids. You just spent hundreds of thousands, I'm guessing, because they don't tell the price, of the AI robot, just so you don't have to take care of your kids. And then you went.
And you have something to fuck.
Exactly. I'm like, man. And that's what I was like, I got to turn this is stupid. I can already see where it's going. Like, they're neglecting the AI. They're probably going to, because all of a sudden the guy opens up this big crate and there's like a bunch of construction workers inside. And they weren't Mexicans. They were robots. And I'm like, I know exactly how this is going to go. They're probably going to treat them shitty. This is how Terminator started. And the ones that didn't get fucked is already killing everybody. So,
what makes you think it's the ones that didn't get fucked?
it depends how well you did it, right? You're like, you
yeah, you
come.
do some
I'm like, you're an AI robot. You're
shit.
not supposed to.
Oh, okay.
You were in me. I said on me. Like, oh shit, you're gonna kill me.
If you own the robot, though, I mean, you paid good money for it, right?
I mean, it
I
won't
mean,
turn on you. I've got burned by a toaster. I own it.
I like how you got burned by a toaster that has no AI, no intelligence.
Wait,
So now
me or the
imagine-
toaster?
Now imagine if it had AI. Oh, it'd be so much worse.
You're shooting toast at me.
dude, I got fucking branded by my. Oh, it's almost gone now. I almost got. I got branded by my toaster oven. Like it was a perfect square, and you could like see where the screw was. Like that's how detailed it was. It's still
Oh,
there a
yeah.
little bit,
Look at
but it
you.
was bad.
That is a scar to tell your grandkids about. That's just the scar of scars.
So
Scar
anyway, I
scarred.
decided not to finish watching
So you
it.
didn't finish the movie. So how far did you get into this movie?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Oh,
But I
that's
was
not-
on the background
that's-
most of the time because I just couldn't stand it. I was like, yes, it's dumb. The story was stupid. The acting was horrible. So I'm like, this is stupid.
Well, it's Megan Fox. We're not expecting, a gem.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So
Not Shakespeare.
I mean, even if it was, I wouldn't watch it. Shakespeare. So yeah, no. All right. Well, there you go. How about you, Laura? Did you watch anything else besides?
I started Cobra Kai. I just wasn't
Ooh.
in the right mood. I was
Ah.
too busy trying to get shit done.
You do got to
So
be
I'm
in a
gonna
mood
have
for
to
Cobra
go.
Kai.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to go back. But then of course I'm watching more Closer because
Oh my God, you and the closer still.
I'm almost done.
Oh
And then
my
I have no idea what
goodness.
I'm gonna watch because I need something without new characters and just something old I can rewatch.
Well, I could tell you, out on Netflix this week, the Jamie Foxx stand-up comedy special.
Mm.
First time he's done comedy, I think, in like 15 years. But he also talks about how he almost died in the summertime. So, um, I did
Did you
watch.
watch it?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
I did watch something on Netflix, and isn't coming to me now. And I was like,
The
what did I-
Memphis
It was
one? Tupelo one? Tupelo
Which
King?
one?
Kings of Tupelo.
Kings of Tupelo. No,
Oh, you
I
haven't
haven't
heard
seen.
about it?
I
The
haven't
king,
seen it. It's
the
on my
Elvis
list.
impersonator who
That's
plots to
right.
assassinate the president.
Yeah, it's on my list. The Kings of Tupelo. That is on my list. Oh, you saw this too. Black Doves.
Oh, good stuff. Good
Black
series.
Doves. Very good show
Very
starring
good.
Keira Knightley.
Yep.
I was
I've
kind of
not watched it
surprised.
yet. I added it to list, but of course that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, I was surprised because I haven't seen her anything in a long time, and I didn't know she was in
She was
it.
good. She was badass.
Yeah, I did not know
Laura
she
would
was
like
in
it. She likes badass chicks. And those other two girls were badass.
Well, all the main characters were good. Like they were, like
Yeah.
the so-called good guys. Yeah.
And there's definitely a season 2 coming. They left it open for season 2.
Yeah, it's kind of well. They call it a limited series though, so I don't think it's gonna have a series 2. So season 2. I
Don't. Was it actually done by Netflix or is it just on Netflix?
It's a
No,
Netflix
it's a
series.
Yeah, it's a Netflix show.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
it
So you're
doesn't
not-
matter. They're gonna fucking cancel.
That's what I
it
mean. There's a good chance you're
at
not gonna see a
3.
season 2. Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised they didn't cancel after like 2.5 episodes. Just that's kind of.
That's how I don't trust Netflix anything anymore. Like, if it says limited series, I'll watch it. But if it's season 1 of something of Netflix, not investing my time. Go away, because you cancel shit. Fucking Mindhunter, Santa Clarita Diet, all that shit. Pissed.
Chaos.
Oh,
Sure.
Chaos got canceled like literally the day after it came out. They announced it canceled. Yeah. Yeah.
And that was good. And what's
Chaos.
stupid is that they gave me like here's a suggestion of really stuff people loved. And it had it shows you the Chaos was on that list. I'm like, why are you showing me that? You guys canceled it. Clearly, enough people didn't love it.
I do got some news for Laura though.
Oh,
She's
Jesus.
gonna be like, "Oh no, I need Paramount Plus now."
Doubtful.
Dexter.
Lioness. Who? Oh,
No,
I never watched Dexter.
Oh, you're not
But
a
I
Dexter
know,
person.
no, but Sarah Michelle Gellar's
Oh.
in it. I know.
She in the new season, but it's not. It's how Dexter.
prequel,
Dexter,
right?
yeah, how he originated being a serial killer, and it has McDreamy's in it. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Patrick Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and there's another big name, and I can't remember who
There
it is.
because I was just watching it on Christian Slater
Christian Slater. Yeah, he plays his dad.
because
That's right.
I follow Sarah Michelle Gellar on Instagram and she just posted some photos from the premiere.
Oh, you
So who's
stalker.
Dexter?
Oh, some new actor, young guy,
Yeah.
young feller,
okay.
young feller.
Oh,
Dexter, I did not care for. Did you guys like it?
I never,
never
saw,
saw
it.
it.
Not wasn't into it.
I
I mean,
tried. I tried.
you know what? When shows like that came out, kind of like The Closer in a sense, they were on like USA and TNT and TBS had their own shows back then, but they weren't.
No, Dexter was a premium cable. It was
HBO
like,
thing.
yeah,
No.
HBO or Showtime, one of the
Showtime.
two.
It was a Showtime show.
Yeah. I didn't have
Um,
Showtime, and I wasn't gonna go get it for it.
Yeah,
so-
Showtime was not a thing that people like gravitated to. It was all
But
about
then-
HBO. It's always been about HBO.
But back then, you had to have cable to get Showtime. It wasn't like you
Yep.
can get a subscription like now. You just get Showtime, like through Hulu or something.
Well,
I
no,
don't know.
but you still had to add it
Paramount.
through your cable provider.
No,
You can't
exactly.
just
So
have
I'm
to-
already paying
Yeah,
$200
yeah.
for cable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to add another $25 on top of it or 30
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
get Showtime.
Exactly.
Like Dexter can kick rocks.
Which with Paramount Plus, you can just add another $5. You get Showtime, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's like there's so much. It's crazy how much cheaper it is if you don't have like the YouTube TV and the Hulu TV. You'll only pay $50 for like the good stuff a month. That if you just want the HBO and the Netflix and the Paramount Plus and the Apple TV, you're probably gonna pay up to $50 a month. But if you want live sports, you're screwed. You're gonna have to pay the extra like $60 a month. So if you're a man,
Or get the Netflix subscription for $8 with ads, something really ridiculous.
exactly, that's true. My
Very
Paramount
happy
is
with it.
my Paramount's the cheap one where I have to watch ads.
No ads for my. Wait, do I have? I do. I do have.
Yeah,
ads.
you have ads.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, you suck. Anyway, so the new Dexter coming out. So there you go. Like I said, I know I watched a ton of shit. I told Carlos to watch AP Bio on Netflix, which is a comedy starring.
Oh, yeah, I heard that was funny.
It's really funny. It stars one of the actors from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know the guy that was in the movie Blackberry.
Yeah.
Yes,
he's
yes, yes.
He's the same character, literally the same
Well,
character.
because he's really
As
good at playing a
Philadelphia or
smarmy
Blackberry?
asshole.
No, yeah. Imagine they just took the character from Always Sunny and made him a high school teacher. That's it. That's why it's so funny. Because Always Sunny, no matter what, people always tell me they don't watch that show, never seen it. And I'm like, man,
Glenn
Missing out.
Howerton.
Yeah.
Glenn, there you go, missing out if you don't watch
I've
Always Sunny.
watched I watched all of it before they came out with like a new, series or something, a re-release or reboot. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking talk. I watched it all, but honestly, I don't even remember much about it. Like, I did not think it was that funny.
It's just so like silly, like almost like outrageously stupid.
Oh,
You know what I
no.
mean?
I love the absurdist humor, but they were like mean. I don't know. I don't like to follow mean, bad people. I do know that I do remember Charlie Day because I love him and I think he is adorable and so cute and so sweet. And that was where I was like, oh, this guy rocks. I guess that's why I continued watching it. It was for Charlie Day. Because
Yeah,
I watched the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He's all right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
You say you want to be a tough guy.
You want to fight?
You want to handle your problems? Has someone killed your master?
We came here to battle.
Do you need to get revenge for loved ones? You've heard of the 1-inch punch. How about the no-inch punch? Is there a bully picking on you at work?
Fight me.
Then you need to listen to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. Learn the art of the Kung Fu overdub.
You're pretty good.
Threaten a man with words you don't look like you're saying.
Why you want to kick me?
Point at him and then pound your fist into your hand and tell him you're next. Learn that and more on Kung Fu Movies Podcast.
Nerds Talking is not responsible for anywhere that gets hurt after listening to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. If you do happen to kick someone's ass by listening to the podcast, please let us know. We'll promote it on our show, and we'll even shout you out. You can even be on the show if you kick someone's ass. Nerds Talking Podcast.
Fight me.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Laura, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast, and on YouTube under Nerds Talking. Happy holidays. Laura, what about Target?
Okay.
That's my drop in there.
I saw something on Facebook and it was a picture of a margarita with
Ooh.
the Target branding on it
Okay.
in the middle of a Target store.
Mhm,
And I was like, well, that's interesting. Looked it up. Snopes says, no, it's absolutely false. People are just making it up. So what they were saying was that Target was now opening bars.
Oh, you did
inside.
bring that up. That's
Yeah.
right.
And I was like, that's ridiculous. And then I was like, is this going to be the model of retail? Oh, big.
I don't see a baby.
him.
There's Caden. Oh, now he's gone. Now he's floating. Now he's okay. There he is. What is he looking at? What's in the sky?
A light.
Why do
doesn't
babies
look
just
up.
look up? What's going on with babies?
Their
Oh.
brains are
Calculating
still
and
forming.
absorbing
No,
everything. Yes.
No, they're not. They're a
Yes.
completely mushy blank slate.
No, their brains are just.
They're looking
He's
at
like,
angels.
lights.
What do you think they're looking
Oh,
at?
that's a good
my
one.
mom used to
The
say
dead are
that
floating
all
around
the
us, and he
time.
sees them.
That's what my mom said about both of
true.
my girls. It's like, shut up.
I mean, but people think
Like they see
that.
devils because they are the devil.
Like when kids are like, who's that standing there? And they look back, who? My friend Jerry's right there in the doorway. Well, who the fuck said he was allowed to come in the house? So,
We don't have food for dinner for Jerry.
yeah, for Jerry. What is Jerry like? I don't give a damn what he likes. Anyway,
He likes margaritas from Target.
Yeah. You know what though? Bars and Target. First of all, that's what Starbucks are for, right? They're in every
Bars and
Target.
Target. Dude, I'd spend so much more time in
Bars and
Target.
Target.
Yeah, that's
you
exactly.
imagine?
Everyone is like this in how much more money you would spend. And then also, this is the perfect kind of putting together and just to be clear, it's not happening. It's not real, but I think that it should be because it's putting together two things in America. So people don't shop at brick and mortar stores very much anymore. It's a problem, right? So that is going to get people through the doors. But then on the other side, we are such a consumer driven society, like everything else had fallen the wayside. This is like an opportunity for your consumerism to now be your social activity with drinks, coffee, you shop, you do all this kind of thing. This is your social plug-in that people are missing in the digital age.
I just like the idea that people wake up. Oh wait, they have booze at
Hair of a
Target.
dog.
All right, let's go.
Gotta go to Target.
like that's gonna like bring more people in. Like all of a sudden, everybody their booze kicks in. Like, oh man, I can actually drink at Target. Can I like roll on my cart with my drink and like in my cart and like
that
and
would
also,
be awesome. That
would it
would
have,
be
like,
fucking
drive?
awesome.
would it be certain hours? Like they only serve from like
Yeah,
after
they
5
open till 2
p.m.?
now,
Is
at
it
least?
is there day drinking involved? How do you
I
keep the
think
employees
they
from
would
not drinking on their
start-
break?
they would
There's a lot of
start-
things here.
Start at 11 a.m.
Holy shit!
Because I mean, you got it like brunch, right?
I just
You're
like the
basically
idea-
shopping while brunching.
But I like the idea of
That's
encouraging
a good
alcohol.
idea. Mimosas while shopping.
Yes.
But do you guys ever go to Macy's? Macy's has a full bar and in a restaurant
yeah,
in
on
there.
top.
My
Floor, yeah.
Macy's do not have the
Oh,
Macy's in the
here,
Midwest
here.
do not have bars or.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking
restaurants.
of? Actually, I'm thinking of Nordstrom's.
Nordstrom's.
Yeah,
Nordstrom's have full
They
bars
don't
and
have a
restaurants.
bar.
Yeah, because the
I've never seen a
restaurants have
bar.
bars. Yeah, but you can't leave the restaurant. That's the
Oh.
thing.
Yeah,
you can't
that's what
actually
I'm
walk
saying.
out. I like your idea though of like you get carded now at Target when you walk in. Like, those are your kids? Those are kids, ma'am? Are you gonna go to the bar? You gonna go to? Who's gonna watch the kids? Like,
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
they
just-
need a daycare center. That's
Yeah, it's a whole-
the next thing they're gonna add.
it's a whole like integrated system now. Target's like, what do we start? Oh my god, I can't believe we open bars. This is like they should just offer shots in your Starbucks. That's what they should do.
Yeah, I
You want
mean,
bourbon?
it's-
You want whiskey? What do you want in your Starbucks? Like,
you need to make it a destination, right? So people don't just go to shop, and that's what Target is. Target is, not only is
but-
it shopping,
now-
it's entertainment.
But now what you're doing is what Amazon does to Target. You're taking away the money from the small mom and pops bars. See what you're doing? You're taking it to the
This is
corporate level.
why-
Oh my
Well,
god.
there's no mom and pop bars in my area, so Target would be perfect. I'd have to go like
Oh
to
my
Buffalo Wild
g-
Wings
oh.
or Chili's or something like that to go to the bar.
Would you rather go there though, or walk around Target half drunk, playing with toys in the aisle and throwing footballs around
Definitely the second.
with like some sweat you tried on that you haven't taken off yet? You just walk.
You know how many open bags of chips would they find in the aisle? I'm just walking through.
Oh, it'd be a
eating
mess.
chips.
The whole thing would be a mess. Just drunks laying everywhere. Or like they open up all the beer for sale and they're like, oh well, I thought it was part of the deal, bro.
I
Oh
think
my
we're
God.
nailing in on why it's a rumor and why it won't be happening. I guess that's true.
People just when it comes to the internet.
What is
people,
like a 2-drink max for every person?
Oh, so they have to buy like drink tickets when they walk in,
Yeah.
or they get their hand stamped. It's like a whole it's just too much. It's just too
Yeah.
much.
hmm
I mean, the internet fools people left and right. My older brother, got fooled this week by an Elvis Presley conspiracy, and that Elvis is alive in Arkansas. He's a pastor in a church.
Oh, there's like 1,000 of those, aren't there?
I know, but this guy just
But he got this one particular.
because the people that make the videos, they make, people can make it seem like it's all real. And he was like, this is real. Elvis is alive. And he like shows it to us. And I'm like,
I guess, was he not familiar with all of the conspiracy theories, or was this like new to him? Do you know what I mean? Because I think about things and about how cyclical everything is, that, conspiracies back then, like they come back around. And so did he know?
oh yeah,
that-
no, he's fully like, he knows the whole
Okay.
Elvis alive, dead conspiracy theory. And
Okay.
I mean, Carlos knows this growing up. There used to be specials on Is Elvis Alive and call in the
Yeah,
number.
Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby
was hosting.
hosted these Elvis specials about,
Was this in
Yeah.
Canada or?
no, this was worldwide.
Okay.
No, and it was literally like they'd have like witnesses and video cameras of some dude filming somebody like in his backyard going, that's Elvis. I just know it is. And then like, here's the hotline. Call in if you've seen Elvis. I'm like, yeah, I saw him dead in 1977 at
Well, that's
Graceland.
what's funny is that one of the people, because Bill Bixby was a friend of Elvis, and one of the people that he had on the show on the part 2, he didn't bring this guy in part 1. You had to wait a couple months for part 2.
Oh, build it up, baby.
This guy was either in the room or saw Elvis after the autopsy. So
Maybe
unless
he has a
this-
secret twin brother.
his twin brother died at birth.
His twin brother.
Maybe he
did
didn't.
that. His triplet brother. You didn't say
Triplet
you should have said
Triplet brother. There
Yeah.
you go.
That Elvis
That's
karate
the
kicked
other
in the
one.
head in the womb because Elvis was a black belt. Oh man, it's just that conspiracy is wild. He's just, it's just unbelievable. Why would
He
people
was
fake their death?
sexy back in the day. though.
Honestly, though, why would anybody fake their death if they're rich and famous? I just don't get it. Like, this to make it, yeah. For what reason? Why would you
No,
want
just
to
become
live?
a recluse like Richard Simmons.
Why would you
You're
want?
like,
But
I'm
that's
done.
different though.
I'm not
He didn't
gonna
fake
stay
his
in my
death.
house.
He just became a hermit. Yeah.
No, exactly. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to
Yeah,
do
but
this
he
anymore.
wasn't. Richard Simmons wasn't, an international global superstar.
You don't know that.
I'd say.
You
I'd
were-
say.
How
I'd say
many
he
times
was.
did you sweat
I
to
would
the
say,
oldies?
yeah, a lot of people sweated to the oldies.
I'm just saying, versus Elvis Presley, where women are throwing panties at him.
Well,
That's
you
Tom
know.
Jones. That's don't
Ooh,
confuse the two.
Tom Jones.
That's Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
I think that women were throwing panties at Elvis.
Actually, you know what's
Presley.
funny? That's a story Tom Jones tells when Elvis would go see Tom Jones perform in Vegas, and he's tell Tom Jones, I'm jealous of you. Women throw their freaking panties at you all the time, and I don't get that. And he's just like, well, you're the king, but I'm Tom Jones. So,
Yeah.
Tom Jones. So yeah, so
National baby.
And his
Tom
Jones.
Jones.
and here's the funny thing: people that love the whole "Is he alive?" from Tupac to Elvis to Michael Jackson to Abraham Lincoln. JFK was the latest one. That was the QAnon. Remember that one? No,
it's
JFK
his
Jr.
son, the
JFK
junior.
Jr.'s alive, supposedly. Yeah, that whole crazy shenanigans. What is? First of all, no one's ever come back from the dead. Well, we all know one guy.
Jesus.
Two. That's false. There's one before Jesus.
Lazarus.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks to Jesus.
That's right. You owe me one, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
And not just that, though. Lazarus got to live his whole life out. Jesus, he
Right.
came back, but he came back for small glimpses to see his friends, and he left again. Like that's it. Yeah. And then when he saw one of his friends walking on the street, he's like, "I'm not even tell who I am. I'm not even tell him. I'm just gonna walk with him for a minute. Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Got a quarter spare?" And then when he disappeared, like, "Oh shit, that was Jesus, wasn't it? That's some bitch."
Another test. I should have given him a quarter.
And then he showed up to the house in the doorway. Remember the quarter suckers? Ah, damn, he's back.
Stick your
Oh.
fingers in my wounds.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
don't you?
Yeah, and then you know what's funny? He sticks them in, and Jesus is like, "Oh, that's gross, dude."
Yeah.
I know, right? Well, I'm not sticking my
Why would-
finger in there.
Why
What's
would
wrong
you
with
do
you?
that? Like,
You want some wine?
yeah.
Oh, man, I don't got any. I got water. Can you do me a favor? Do me a solid, dude.
yeah.
Give me a pitcher of water.
Oh, no, it's the best part too is they're eating bread and you go bite into it, it turns into a fish. I did not want to eat fish. But yeah, but in the history of real people, when's the last one that's ever come back from the
What?
dead? Nobody, right? Like nobody's faked their death that you know that's famous.
Yeah,
Nobody.
some cut. Oh, yeah, right.
Famous,
Some kayaker
famous.
did, but he wasn't famous.
I'm pretty sure people have faked their people. I mean, you've heard stories people faking their death for like insurance purposes, and the wife collects or whatever, vice versa. But a famous person, there's not been one ever. People have this hard on to, well, Tupac must be alive. He got shot 17 times, but I'm pretty sure he's in Jamaica enjoying his life. Why would he want to live in
That's right, he's on an
Jamaica?
island
Maybe
somewhere.
we all just want them to be alive.
Well, no, that's what it is. That's 100% what people want them to be alive. That's all.
How come
That's
nobody
all it
wanted
is.
Notorious Big alive? Nobody gave a
That is
shit.
true. Nobody ever says he faked his death. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
No,
How come George
little
Michael?
baby
Nobody said, "Hey,
gurgles.
George Michael's still alive."
But Michael didn't fake his death either. Yeah, he didn't. fake
Prince?
his
How
death.
come nobody said Prince faked his shit?
Yep. Tom Petty. Yep. Yep. Oh,
Carlos, I'm giving you an A+ for dadding right now.
John
Podcasting while
Denver,
feeding
huh?
a baby.
Sonny Bono. Huh? Anyway, those people. Anyway, I
They're
know
all
he's
singers.
yeah. Selena, what's going
Only
on here?
Singers fake their deaths, apparently.
Only singers fake their death. Oh well. Anyway, before we go, what's your song of the week? What are you listening to? What's your jam this week that you've been jamming out to? We kind of just got to give people like something to listen to. Kind of give them a, I don't know, give them like a little bit of suggestion before we head out. Laura, what have you been listening to that you think people might want to listen to?
You know what I do? I go to Spotify and I go to my like 1,000 song playlist that's just like songs, and I just hit play. And they're all songs from 20 years ago.
Ah,
So
yes.
I don't know.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad era.
Okay, here's
2005.
one. Here's
Hour,
one.
05.
The Handsome on Spotify. Check it out. They're like college.
But that's the name of the band?
Yep, The Handsome.
The Handsome.
Is there a
And that's,
song?
I think, you might know, Dance Party. I think that was the one that got mildly popular.
I'd have,
But,
yeah, I'll
yeah,
listen to
album
it after.
2005. That's when it debuted.
Holy shitballs. 19 years ago.
The Handsome.
The Handsome. All right, Carlos, how about you? Song of the week or song or band somebody listen
Song
to?
of the week is, I don't even know if it's, okay, so I'm guessing it's APT. And I thought it was abbreviated from apartment.
It
but
is. It is.
It is. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Rose and Bruno Mars.
It's a catchy song. Very, very
It's super
catchy song.
catchy.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I heard it, and then when I saw that Blackpink were each doing their own albums, they all kind of just came out with their
the whole
solo
band
album. I'm
is,
like,
yep, mhm.
this girl's a genius. Hey, let me start with a single that has Bruno Mars on it. Oh my, genius.
But one of the other
genius,
girls
genius.
has a really good one too, though, where she sampled Sixpence None the Richer, whatever Kiss Me, right?
Kiss Me.
Is that-
Mhm.
And it sounds fantastic, her song too. Yeah.
I
But
but
apparently she has two songs with Bruno Mars. One's called "It's Too Hard to Say Goodbye." It just came out. I haven't heard it yet.
Just came out, yep.
But
yep.
my weekly song this week is "Apartment."
Apathy.
Rose.
Yep.
Apathy.
Mine is more of an album, came out today.
Song of the
and
week.
it is-
Let me give you an album.
Well, because it's the new Snoop Dogg Dr. Dre album drops today, Missionary.
Oh.
And
Have
they
you heard
have
the whole thing now?
I've heard
You heard it
5
already?
songs, and man, if you like classic Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Doggy Style, oh boy, you're gonna love this. This is some really good stuff. But here's the thing: Snoop Dogg didn't write one verse or one lyric on the album. He let Dr. Dre team produce the whole thing. He just came in and recorded.
Good for him.
Nothing wrong with that. That's smart.
Yeah.
No, he brought it up in an interview. He's like, I have no interest anymore in putting in work. Like, let somebody produce the shit
Yeah,
out
what
of me.
for? He's
like,
doing T-Mobile commercials. He's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the Olympics. He's-
Good for him.
Well, when Dre said, "Let me produce it," you just have to show up and rap, and he said, "Well, I got 2 weeks available for you." That's what he told him. He's like, "No, this is gonna be like a 3-month project." He's like, "Oh man," and he told Dre, "We could probably do it in 2 days if you have all the lyrics." And I was like, he was really like, it's like Carlos said, I got to film a Skechers commercial tomorrow, a T-Mobile commercial after that, then a Corona commercial,
And
I
then
got
something
this-
with Martha Stewart.
Yeah, Martha Stewart. Then I have this thing, a smokeless like thing in the backyard, a smokeless fire pit. He's like, I'm busy.
Oh, yeah, the solo stove. Yeah.
Yeah, the solo stove. Oh, folks, shit's on Nizzle. So he has a lot going on. So
I didn't know
Snoop
he had a
Dogg-
line of clothing at Walmart.
Oh, dude, he has everything. He literally just has everything. So
It just sits there existing. Think of how much money is rolling in through the front door.
in rap, no bigger commercial probably name than him in rap history.
I would agree with that.
Commercially, yeah. It's just crazy. And he's more of a personality now. You use him for anything. Because you don't look at him as, oh, he's a hardcore gangster rapper. No, he's just Snoop. He's a character. He's literally a character. His first album still will forever be my top 5 rap albums ever. It's just amazing. It's amazing. So there you go. Check out The Handsome, not Hanson, The Handsome from 2005, apparently. So you don't need a time machine. Just use your little Spotify and check out The Handsome, the dance party. Check out Rose and Bruno Mars' Apathy, or Apartment, but it's APT. And the new Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre album came out called Missionary. And check that out. Anything else before we go? Laura? Brain's racking. I see it.
Nope.
No. Okay. Carlos?
Next week, I'll bring up the worst song ever.
Ooh.
Ever?
In my opinion.
Is it current?
It's current.
Really? Oh, now I'm okay. Now
We're gonna do Carlos's burn book on music next week.
yeah, exactly. Now you piqued my. Also, if you have Xbox, play Indiana Jones, the new game. It's
or Marvel Rivals.
And Marvel Rivals. There's 2 good games out for you to play, so check that out if you're a gamer. So there you go. That's our show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. We're only 10 days away from Christmas. No, 12 days away from Christmas. There you go. So almost time. You know what they say, ho, ho, ho's. Hopefully they show up. Thanks for tuning in. They're talking a podcast for Laura.
Goodbye.
For Carlos.
Bye-bye.
And I'm Lafayette. Catch you next time on Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Daniel packed his life, left Jersey behind, hit the West Coast on a new start to find. But trouble's waiting in the California breeze, in the Valley of Dreams, nothing comes with ease. Met a girl named Ali, her smile caught his eye, but her ex was Johnny, Cobra Kai's pride. Oh, the valley's on fire, the stakes are sky high. With the crane kick ready, he'll aim for the sky. Under the moonlight, the legend takes flight. At the All-Valley Tournament, he'll win the fight. Cobra Kai strikes hard, no mercy, no fear. Daniel's on the ropes, but he won't disappear. Mr. Miyagi with wisdom in his hands taught him to balance and take a stand. From wax on, wax off to catching the fly, he's training for glory, his spirit won't die. Oh, the valley's on fire, the stakes are sky high. With the crane kick ready, he'll aim for the sky. Under the moonlight, the legend takes flight. At the All-Valley Tournament, he'll win the fight. It's not just a fight, it's a battle for pride. To silence the bullies and stand tall inside. With Miyagi's wisdom, he's found his way. Now it's time to shine on this fateful day. Crowd starts to roar. Daniel stands ready, he's not scared anymore. Johnny strikes fast, but Daniel's too quick. Standing at the ready, nerves of steel and the crane kick. Victory's his and the valley will see. The underdog rising, his destiny free. Oh, the valley's on fire, the stakes are sky high. With the crane kick ready, he'll aim for the sky. Under the moonlight, the legend takes flight. The All-Valley Tournament, he'll win the fight.